So here we are, it's Wednesday walk time again. Down at the bottom there, where the white building is the village of Orton, O-R-T-O-N, which is just north of T-Bay on the M6. So we've come up the M6 into the Westmoreland Dales, as they're called. Parked at this car park at the old quarry. 8 of us out today. We'll have a look at where we're going in a moment. Morning, Peter.
Morning, Andrew. Here we are. We're just off the main road from T-Bay to Appleby, at the top of the hill coming out of Orton, and we're parked in a quarry. We're going to strike off east, following a stone wall, and we're going on to what I think is limestone pavement type scenery, and this is fairly level. We go here to these thunderstones, still carrying on east and a bit northeast, and then we're going to drop away, coming down past a disused quarry, and I think by this time we dropped down, and we're following south. I think this might be on a ridge, but I've forgotten, and then at the end of here we come to a stone circle, and we turn west and aim for the village of Orton, and we get to Orton. There are possibilities of cafes and one or two chocolate shops, and then when we've come out of the village we're going to turn north, and this bit here is, as we've just found out in the car, this is a climb
uphill,
so we're finishing going uphill.
We could do it the other way around, of course, but we're not going to because we're stupid.
Yeah,
so we'll finish on the uphill.
Yeah.
How far is it? 6 miles?
I would think it's 6 miles. 6.1 it says here, or 61. I don't know. 6.1, and 875 feet of climbing.
And there's 8 of us. It's the glorious summer of 2026 continuing. It's a bit cloudy at the moment, but it's going to get out hot. So I think we better get underway before the heat stroke gets us all. So we've just left the car park, just come around this little bend across the cattle grid, past the cattle, and we're off the road now, and onto this first footpath. View of the Pennines over there, and we're off uphill. I think there'll be a bit of up and down today. So there we go, there's our car park down the bottom there, that area there, and the road that we've come up, that we started the walk up, and now we've just come up alongside this wall, and we're almost at the top of it. There's a little marker over there that we'll have a look at in a couple of minutes.
We're having another picture.
Oh, sorry. Oh, we're having another picture. I'll take a picture of Jeffrey taking a picture of us then.
Ready? Right, big smiles. Lovely that.
Yeah.
Good.
Lovely. Yeah, so like I said, this is the Pennines. There are 3 lumps. If I can find them, just over there. I don't know whether the camera's picking them up. And I've just been reliably informed that the one on the right has an observatory on it. I think it's very difficult to see. Where are we? There, I think, and I'm not sure. My viewfinder's not good enough. But then the long one on the left is called Cross Fell, and that's the highest point on the Pennine range. We're at a Victorian monument at the moment, or a monument to Queen Victoria, to her Golden Jubilee, which is here. Yeah, there it is. And that was at the top. That was the monument, the feature that we saw coming up, and now we're heading off again following the wall. There's a little bit of old quarry workings here. We could have walked part of it, we could have just cut off this. We followed the wall to the left there, we followed that all the way up. We're going back down a bit now, but these are old quarry workings. We were just saying, I think last time we were here there was still some old machinery, but that seems to have gone, and then we came in, we would have come in on this path to rejoin the one that we're going on here. I think shortly we're going to be turning right and south a bit more. As you can see, it's a lovely day. There is a bit of cloud about. It's nice and warm, which is probably good that there's a cloud about, because if it weren't anything like yesterday, which was baking hot. Nothing wet underfoot at the moment. Still, Cumbria is not quite in drought, but it's very dry around here. And as you can see, we're all clad for summer. The only umbrellas that will be coming out today will be parasols, I think. So last week we were on Whitbarrow Scar. This in front of us now is called Great Asby Scar.
Great Asby.
Asby, and we've just seen a map, and so if you
zoom in,
yeah, you can see the paths along it, the scars along it, the limestone pavements, all limestone this. And apparently somebody just said that there are a lot of seashell type fossils around here. So obviously at some time it's been well and truly underwater. A bit of another bit of an upward surge here. Another limestone scar on the right ahead, right in front, and we're just following this well-beaten path. Just talking amongst ourselves, just saying that once again we're on a walk where we don't see many people. Not a walk where a lot of people, unless they're particularly keen ramblers or on a particular walk, will go, and it makes it such a pleasure to be here when it's a lovely day like this and it's very peaceful, and all you get is the sound of your squeaky boots and the wind blowing through your hair. It's lovely. So this is the top of Great Asby Scar, sorry. And we're looking back now on the way we've come up from just between those two walls there. Pennines in the background, swinging round. And this is 11s, especially for Graham. I think we've stopped on time, Graham. I don't know the time, but we haven't got somebody who's clock watching like we normally have. And then we're swinging round, and we're going to be heading the way that this couple are coming towards us. We're going that way. Don't be American. So here we are now. We're just we've come off the main top from that scar, and we're now, these are the I'm guessing the northeastern Lake District, I would think. This is Orton, the village down below with the white tower is a church tower, and then we've come across the top of the scar there, and we started, I'm just thinking that might be the Victorian monument on the top of there, if I can find it. Where is it? Somewhere around there. I'm sure I saw it before. No, right, hang on. It's not helped when I've got a crack in the screen round about where I want to find the monument. But I think that'll be the monument that we were at before. So we started on the other side of that little ridge over there. So we've come down the slope from over the top there. Sheep are all sheared, and there's some tuck marks on those. I'm not going to explain what tuck marks are, if you don't know. Just above the guys that are walking down. in the field. You'll probably see it better. I'm struggling with this because I'm into the sun. But there's a field there, and there's the stone circle in there. I think we're going to be walking alongside it, along that road, that track, just on the right, or just on the left of this big tree in front of us now. But you can see the stone circle. We'll see it when we get down there. So as I said before, here's the stone circle. It doesn't look much here. I'm sure if we got closer to it, there'd be a lot more to see. But the sun's getting out now, and it's getting a lot hotter. And there's a lot of stone circles. So you just heard probably in the background there, Eddie saying there's a lot of stone circles up here. So over there then, from the tree on the skyline, there's a road running alongside the wall, and that's running up to the quarry road where we stopped. Where we started from. We dropped down and climbed up to the up to the memorial, and then we've been across to there. There is a trig point apparently on that wall. We've followed that wall down. We could have gone up to the trig point and come back down, but we couldn't find the path, unfortunately. Oh dear. And so we've dropped down to the bottom and then just come across this road. Now we're at the bottom of the walk now, and heading towards Orton. Well, it's got to the witching hour of 12 o'clock, and as promised, the weather forecast is right, and the sun's come out, and people are sheltering by the wall over there for lunch. Just to recap, so we've come over, or along the side of, so where the trig point is on the top of there. We've come the far side of that wall, the far wall. We've walked all the way back, all the way down there from over by the top of this telegraph pole. We're now roughly at the bottom of the walk. We're heading towards Orton, the village of Orton, and then we'll be back up the hill over there and back up to the cars. We do spend a lot of time walking around this area, and we do see a lot of these dry stone walls. Here's a little bit, we've just come through this, there's a gate there that comes at this side of a stile, but look at all this. This, we reckon, is all new wall. It's fabulous. It's just built beautifully, and then it drops into the old stuff here. But that is just sheer craftsmanship. Wonderful to see, wonderful. We're on the after dinner track now, after lunch, heading downhill, just gently downhill, across to Orton, the village of Orton, which is where we sort of started from. And there's the church tower that we saw earlier this morning, painted white every couple of years, I've been told, so it stands out, so you can't, it's a good landmark for people. So we're heading down into the village, and then we'll turn right and north, back up the hill and to the cars. I don't know what this should be like, but this is probably the effects of the drought. A little stream running through Orton here. Very little water in it. I'll just go the other side of the bridge. Not much in that at all. I'm sure there's room for at least a foot, 18 inches, something like that, for that to go up. So we're still climbing. We're getting a few people now that are on the coast to coast walk. We've just met a couple who might have been from America, but were actually from Vancouver Island in Canada. And they were walking today from Shap to Orton, so they were nearly at base. So we told them about the chocolate factory and the cafe, and they asked us about whether the pub that they were staying in was alright, as though any of us knew, but I don't think there's a choice. I think there's probably one hotel in Orton. and then we just met another chap. So we're still on our way up, as you can probably tell from the little bit of breathlessness that's coming out, and we're heading towards the cars, which I think are going to be the other side of that wall up there. So here we are, even at this height, this far away from the village, there are lime kilns. They weren't little walls, they were little lime kilns. So as the lead group head towards the summit, the group down there, village of Orton. Just to the right of this clump of trees you can see the church, you can see the motorway above the clump of trees. Oh yeah, and here, I don't know whether you can catch that, there's a buzzard just taking off, just hovering, just going up now. Look at that, on the thermals, there it goes. Wildlife everywhere. Come up to the top of here, meeting another walker. Everybody's going to Orton today. We're getting towards the end of the walk. Hello.
Hi.
Hi there. Yeah, I can leave it. We'll sort it. Thanks. Oh. Morning. Afternoon.
Yeah, we're afternoon.
We're just up to the top of here, and then we're back at the cars, and that would have been a super walk today. I think there was a bit of worry that it was going to be very, very hot, where there would have been potential for casualties. It stayed cloudy this morning, it was warm, sun's got out, but there's a breeze, and it's been a lovely walk. Not seen many people until this last stretch out of Orton, where we've seen the coast to coasters, who are hopefully going to taste some of Orton's finest tonight before they move on to Kirby Stephen and other places east tomorrow. So we're back, and hope you've enjoyed being with us today, and we'll see you next week.